Hello YouTube! Welcome again. Okay, it's Banlist time, of course. We've got the banlist since a couple of hours ago. Of course, it's too late to make a reaction. I'm not gonna jump into the train, the hype train to immediately talk about it. Of course, I'm still jumping into the into the hype, but still, I took the time to think a little bit about it to see other people's reactions as well and see what they has to offer as insights, etc. And I figured why not talk myself with that. The last video I had good success, which is nice. So that's why I thought that maybe this one as well will be nice. So this list is actually, yeah, kinda changes some things but misses some things else. Some other things as well that I think it deals with some problems. So we talk about the forbidden section, and of course we see one of the cards that people were advocating to see is Moon of the Closed Heaven, which is actually really good. So it makes the Fiendsmith engine less splashable. Honestly, I mean, two monsters into Moon of the Closed Heaven wasn't really good. Of course, I didn't mention this card in the ban list because it was irrelevant at the time. But obviously, it was a mistake from mine. It was an overlook. Splash Mage, I never saw this coming. I thought, honestly, I really thought that either Red Ransom or White Binder would hit the dust, but no, it's Splash Mage. It's actually, yeah, really surprising, and actually, it's not really stupid, but still, I mean, Splash Mage summoning from grave, it's not like something crazy. It felt like they still want Malice to exist. So that's probably the point why banning Splash Mage. I think this card will probably come back, and if Malice is still too strong, they probably are going to ban one of the Link monsters. So I think this step was only to still make Malice still be playable again. For the only reason, Marsh Hare is still a little bit of an expensive card, $18 for a copy, which is something that probably might sell some future sets. Although this is not really a chase card, but still many people would want to play that card. But probably this is not a great argument from my side. But I feel this hit is still. I mean, people are saying like this is really good. It deals with Malice. I don't think so. This doesn't really deal. Of course, some combos you can do, some steps of the combos you can do, but still the deck does still the same thing. Of course, there is still the limit of Dormouse, which we are going to talk about. But still, I mean, if you think about it, Malice still can do the same little things. I mean, I don't think that you are losing too much from this. Of course, this summoning a monster from grave, this summoning a Malice from grave is still very strong. But it kind of feels a little bit awkward. It kind of feels like the deck, of course, it did get hit, but still no major hit. Of course, a consistency hit as well, which is really strong because the deck had already problems in consistency, and now they lose another Dormouse, which is not ideal. But yeah, other than that, I think the deck still functions the same way. So it's just -1 starter. Yeah, I fail to see how this deck is not really viable as well again, but let's see. King of the Feral Imp. So my prediction was that this card will leave it and we ban Duo Drive. I think this is also warranted. Probably it was just me who, yeah, didn't think that this card should be banned. Yeah, this is just Mitsurugi Raizil, which is not a thing. I do believe in that, and I don't believe in that. So you can still technically play the deck, I think. Unless I'm completely hallucinating. So you can really do that. Of course, it's... Yeah, you can do drive into adding... Yeah, no, you cannot do that. Well, I'm stupid anyways. And this card, of course, everybody saw that coming. Paradise Smasher. This is actually good for Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, these kind of cards shouldn't be printed. Fortunately, Konami did the right thing here. So to the limited list, and here, yeah, where I have a little bit of problems. Of course, there are some things that I was right talking about, but I have some issues with some cards as well here. So X Ryzeal, okay, Ryzeal, a little bit of another hit to Ryzeal, but it's not the end of the world. Malice, of course, now Dormouse is at 1. It's pretty huge for the deck, of course, but it loses one copy of Dormouse, but still, you kinda see that the deck still can do the same thing, but less consistently, which is not really the right thing to do. Honestly, I don't really agree with that. But what can we do? And this is the surprising part: is the Vanquish Soul hits, which I didn't see coming. I don't think anybody saw coming this thing. Vanquish Soul, Raisin, and Stake Your Soul. Yeah, why? I mean, the deck was one of the most interesting decks in the room, and it's completely unplayable right now. I think it's still playable, but yeah, the deck has already had some consistency issues, and now it's really even worse. Now you in Raisin, you not only lose a starter, a kind of an interruption as well, because you cannot now Holy Sue into Raisin all the time, because you basically want to start with this card. You cannot really summon it from the deck, and also you lose a fire. So now the Rescue Ace engine is mandatory in the deck. I think it's really important because you need fires in the deck, and yeah, I think this is too hard. Absolutely hard. You could have just kept Raisin and probably limit Stake Your Soul, but not outright completely demolish the deck. And here is where things are really stupid. Why unban Lacrima? Honestly, you already, of course, yeah, you banned Moon of Closed Heaven, and you say, yeah, sure, dude, you are not going to get Fiendsmith engine running in every deck, but they can still play it as a second engine. I think sometimes you can see that happening. Of course, it's not really a viable option, really, but still, I mean, why? I mean, why? Why keep access to Caesar? I mean, the Fiendsmith engine is interesting by itself, but you don't really want access to Caesar. Honestly, this is absolutely not. I don't understand this. Honestly, like I really don't understand it. Lin Kuribo at 1. This is really huge for Yami. Obviously, Summon Sorceress. I think this probably will help a little bit Malice. I think this card is still very strong, even though it's errated, but maybe it can be played in Malice. I don't know. Yeah, this I already said in my Banlist prediction that Herald of the Arclight is a floodgate. Not only a negate, but a floodgate. So now you don't get Herald of Arclight twice. Still very powerful card. So let's see how this will work. Trident, of course, it will do nothing. Absolutely nothing. This card is good. I mean, I'm a Zodiac enjoyer, so I'm very happy with that. Crystron inclusion. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that I know anything about Crystron, honestly, but I don't know. This is a starter, I think, so yeah. Obedience School, this also was part of my prediction. This card is very strong, very very strong. Summon 3 from the deck is not something it's not something to leave without being touched, of course. And Stake Your Soul, this is really sad, honestly. Yeah, Vanquish Soul is very strong, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know why Konami did that. Why they want to sell Holy Sues, but they don't need to. Nobody will buy Holy Sues now if the deck is not as strong. Now I think Malice. Now I think Yami is crazy good, but one other deck that is crazy good here is Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi is absolutely untouched, unless if you talk about the Mitsurugi Ryzeal, which was the most unfair deck. Unfair Mitsurugi variant, but still, I mean, Mitsurugi Pure is actually very, very strong. So And Solemn Judgment is actually a very good hit because this card is really, really, really strong. I mean, post side, this card is huge. So, yeah, I think it's a very good hit. So, yeah, I think for the limited list is honestly really weird. Um, this does some damage, but yeah, the decks can still do something. Let's see if people will play pure Ryzeal, if it's playable or not. I'm not sure about that, but the Vanquish Soul hits are too hard for the deck, honestly. The Obedience School and Herald of Arclight are really warranted. Lacrima, I don't understand. I don't want Fiendsmith access into Caesar. It's annoying as fuck. Linkuribo, okay, why not? This card is very, very strong, and especially now with Yami, it's actually a Link 1 that can come back again, which is insane for Yami as well. Very, very strong. Very, 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 very strong card, honestly. Especially right now with Yami. So, yeah. For the semi-limited list is Branded Fusion. Yeah, it kinda makes me sad because I liked a little bit the aspect of Branded being much more of an interesting deck. Now it little by little the deck really will come into the most uninteresting version where you hard draw Branded Fusion and you just deactivate your brain and then follow the steps of the combos, which is not really something that I like. I liked really the Branded Fusion limited. At least you don't hard draw it. At least you have some steps to follow. Of course, you can still do the combo by normal summoning the Aluber, but yeah, it's not all the time you're gonna have access to Aluber, and sometimes it's more interesting to, let's just say, like, play without activating Branded Fusion, which can really be nice with Cartesia, with Quem, which is really nice with Granguignol. So yeah, honestly, it's not really that great. I play the deck as well, but I mean, I'm not happy with this. Honestly, I'm really not happy. And for the unbans, this card is very strong as well. If this card is in the grave, you can send the top card and special summon it. It's a level 1. Maybe Yami will play this card, no? I'm not sure. Level 1 into Relinquished and summon anything else from the hand. Normal summon into normal summon Capsi or whatever, those cards. And then go into whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Masterpiece doesn't do anything. Morphin Jar is a flip monster. This card is, honestly, I don't care about it, but people really are very scared from it. Yeah, maybe it's actually a really crazy card because if you have a monster already on the field and you summon this card, you create 2 tokens. It's already 4 monsters on the field, so yeah, it's not really like it's not relevant, but yeah. Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eye Poplar. Of course, people are not happy about this because everyone hates Snake Eyes. But I mean, without original Sinful Spoils, the deck does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe. I mean, it does a little bit of something, but it's not really crazy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the deck is way past. The deck cannot really function properly unless you have original Sinful Spoils and that card. With these unbanned, it will never see the light of day. Diagram, of course, True Draco is full power, but way outdated. Lightning Storm and Zodiac Barrage. Zodiac Barrage is a real strong card, so I maybe can see Zodiac being a good engine, honestly. Zodiacs can really make Zeus with 6 materials, or even 4 to 6 materials very easily. It's actually a real good going second engine if you think about it. Lightning Storm to 3 is actually really weird. Why now? Why Lightning Storm to 3 now? Yeah, I don't understand it. Okay, so there are still some cards that I overlooked in my Banlist prediction before. And when I saw the reaction of so many people and players as well. There are some cards that are missing in this ban list, and I'm gonna try to talk about them. There is uh, Harpy's Feather Storm. There is Triple Tactics Thrust. Why is this card not limited at the very least? Yeah, this card is huge now with the Vanquish Soul K9s, with the K9 engine as well being a thing. So the card really became awfully strong. There is also the Shifter. Why Shifter wasn't banned? But now I think now who will play Shifter now? Vanquish Soul? Vanquish Soul doesn't exist anyways. Vanquish Soul. Do you really think that Vanquish Soul is going to be a meta contender? I don't believe in that. Like like one raisin and one stake your soul. I mean, huge, absolutely huge. This deck really, I don't think it can function really properly. Now you have 3 Mad Love, you have 1 Field Spell, and you have 1 Raisin and 1 Stake Your Soul. Then Holy Sue, of course, but Holy Sue, yeah, dude. Holy Sue becomes also less powerful now because you need more fires in the deck for sure. That's for sure. I don't know, honestly. I'm still not the expert of Vanquish Soul, but I played it a little bit, so I know what I'm talking about a little bit. So yeah, this completely is a massacre, honestly. Like nobody is really happy about that. Like I like Vanquish Soul, honestly. Like it's not really a bad deck for the. I mean, if you talk about bad decks, is the one card combos like Yummy. Yummy is actually not. Of course, I mean it's kind of a funny deck, but still, compared to Vanquish Soul, it's actually a really interesting deck. Vanquish Soul. I mean, Yummy is just a one card combo, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So there is also Protoss. Where is Protoss, dude? Where is Protoss? It's incredible that that card is still not there, not in the bad list. So yeah, I mean, and the floodgates. Floodgates. Where are the? There can be only one. Rivalry, Gozen, Anti Spell. Where are those cards? It should be banned, honestly. Like, it should be banned. Called by the Grave, not banned as well. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, this list is not really horrible, honestly. Like, if I want to give it everybody is doing that. Should I do that, honestly? If I want to give it a grade or something like that, I would say it's probably 7 out of 10 for the. I mean, yeah, 7. I'm not sure. Honestly, I mean, I still believe this is not really it, honestly. Splash Mage. I don't believe in this hit, honestly. Like, I can see Malice do the same things, and I don't. Of course, I mean, it's less consistently, but they still are going to do the same things. I don't see it. I mean, I'm glad Zodiac Trident, but I'm not talking about my personal preferences because I mean, I'm gonna talk about my Meow Moo. I'm gonna talk about other cards that I wanted unbanned, but yeah, I think it's 6.5, something like that. Just because, Malice will be still a thing. Mitsurugi is still a very powerful deck. There are some cards that should have been banned, like Protoss, like the Harpies Feather Duster, Feather Storm, something like Triple Toxic Thrust should have been limited at the very least. Cold Buy should have been banned. But yeah, I mean, this list is actually dealing with some problems, but leaving some other problems. But that's I think all the time how it is. Honestly, I was more interested in the unbans, but I wasn't really happy about these unbans. Honestly, I wanted something crazy, you know. We didn't find it. So I think now, unless I'm mistaken, there is nobody who's going to take Vanquish Soul K9 right now in a tournament where you have top 8, not even top 32 or top 16 or something like that, top 64, is top 8. So you cannot really run the risk of losing more than 1 to 2 matches or even 3 matches. If I don't know how this will work in terms of no draws but 15 rounds or 14 to 15 rounds, but you cannot afford to take an inconsistent deck into a tournament. So now it feels like you have to play consistent decks in order to top, which is how it should be done, of course. But now for Vanquish Soul players, who that's what I feel about. Like people who have already spent enough money in Vanquish Soul, now they are absolutely screwed. Like, yeah, with the new regulations, it's absolutely not really great for them. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the Banlist post reaction, of course, because I took my time to do this reaction. Let me know if I missed something to talk about it, because I missed a lot of things. I did miss them, of course, even in the Banlist prediction before. So now I probably missed something as well. But this was my reaction to this ban list and seeing if this really will change something. I still think that it did some work. Of course, it's great that Obedience School is not at 3. It's great that Herald of the Arclight it's at 1. But yeah, you bring back Linkuribo, Lacrima, and you completely murder an interesting deck. It's not really great. As for Malice, this hit is actually suspicious, so suspicious. People are talking about it like, yeah, dude, yes, they are killing Malice. Yeah, this is an important step. No, dude, no, no, no. Of course, it's a step, but it's not the end of the world. They can still do the same thing. Of course, this hurts a little bit more, Tormouse, but still, I mean, you can do the same things, but less consistently. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Splash Mage. So many good combos come from Splash Mage, of course, and it's great. But still, I mean, if you think about it really closely, this card says summon a monster from the grave, summon a Cyber's monster from the grave in defense position. So you know that when you ban something like this, you know that you just are trying to cover up for some other cards because you need the deck to still work, and you give incentive to people to still play the deck so they can still try to get the Marsh Hare and the thing, and afterwards they are going to sell Marsh Hare in some next sets. So that's how it's going to happen. And Mitsurugi is actually very, very strong. Very, 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 very strong. So yeah, let's see. So that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Adios.